support to Palestine following Israel's airstrike on Ahli Baptist Hospital in Gaza on Tuesday. The Jordanian government has declared 3 days of mourning. Several pro-Palestinian marches are expected across the country. Islamic parties have called for a general strike. Osama bin Javed joins us from Amman. What's the latest on your end, Osama?
Well, as you've been seeing these scenes where the number of protesters have been swelling in the last few hours. We were there last night at the Israeli embassy as well. There was a large presence of the police who were trying to push back these protesters, trying to prevent them from entering the Israeli embassy compound. It is similar scenes there. There's a smaller protest at the US embassy as well. But this is where the flashpoint is here in the Jordanian capital, Amman, where people want to go and vent their anger at the Israeli embassy. We spoke to a former Jordanian MP as well last night. She told us that the presence of the Israeli embassy is hurtful and, in her words, shameful for Jordanians and Palestinians living here because they do not want to talk to Israel while there are, in their words, massacres being committed on Palestinian soil. You've heard from the Jordanian foreign minister earlier as well, saying that this summit, which was supposed to happen today in Amman between the Americans, the Jordanians, the Palestinians and the Egyptians, is no longer going to take place here because what he calls massacres that are being committed by the Israeli government. So as you said, this is not just a protest in one spot. There are sporadic protests that are happening across Jordan, a country which is home to more than 2 million Palestinian refugees.
Okay, the meeting between Arab leaders and Joe Biden has been canceled, but surely there must be some behind the scenes diplomatic activity, right? What's going on that front?
Well, we're hearing that there is still lines of communication which are open amongst all of these sides, but there's been very categoric rejection by both the Jordanians and the Egyptians that they do not want the displacement of another mass migration from the Palestinians from their lands into either Jordan or Egyptian territories. And that is something where they are clear that they do not want to open their borders for these people to be displaced because, as I said, there are more than 2 million Palestinian refugees still here who do not have the right to return to Israel. So this is going to be one of the most difficult things, that getting these parties to agree on whether if they want to take some Palestinians from the other side or to allow in aid. And that's where the two sides seem to be stuck on, where the Arab governments have been asking for a cessation of hostilities to allow in aid to the besieged Gaza Strip, whereas President Joe Biden has been pushing the Arab leaders to use their influence on Palestinians for hostage release and maybe some sort of opening of the borders for people to flee from.
Make sure to subscribe to a channel to the latest news from RDZ World News.